Hey there, it's Eugenio Zabell, and in today's video, I wanted to share a story with you of our early success at Weko Incubator. The truth is that when we actually started off a couple of years ago, we were actually able to grow 1,200% in only 4 months. Sounds amazing, doesn't it? Well, it's not exactly how you think. By this, I don't mean that we actually started off and in a matter of just 4 months, we were able to grow by 1,200%. What I actually mean by this is that when we started, we were like literally some months that we basically didn't grow anything. And in a matter of 4 months, we grew totally exponentially. The reason I say this is because many people want to grow online, but not many people actually know what online growth really looks like. Therefore, in this video, I would absolutely love to help you to understand what online growth really looks like so you can set expectations when starting your online store. The reality is that this space is full of opportunities, and right now it's 2023, but literally in 2030, the market is going to 3-4x. Therefore, there's a lot of growth involved right now. But the reality is that this space is full of gurus. And the thing is that these will actually tell you that you can actually create a successful business in the time frame of 6 to 12 weeks and be at a 6-figure mark, which obviously can be true in 1% of the cases if you have a lot of previous knowledge and you've probably worked in sales and, for example, funnel building, lead generation, all these kind of skills. But if not, I can assure you that that won't be possible. And the truth is that if someone is actually telling you that, honestly, they're probably trying to sell you something. Therefore, I would honestly recommend you to run as fast as you can from that actual place. And I'm telling you this from my own experience that I've gone through in the past years. Therefore, how can you actually set realistic expectations when starting off your business? And this is an extremely important point because the truth is that if, for example, you expect to build a 6-figure business in 3 months and later 3 months have gone by and you don't have a single sale, well, you'll probably get discouraged and you might even quit the actual project. But if instead you actually think that you will actually reach that mark in 12 months and you've been able to achieve it in 9, well, then you will be very, very proud of yourself. And honestly, you can't really go from 0 to 100 in 3 months unless you have a lot of previous experience. Therefore, the first thing you should actually do when starting off in the online space should be to choose what niche you want to go into. If this is, for example, within the e-commerce space, well, you can decide to start a fashion brand, or you can decide to start a skincare brand, a cosmetics, whatever brand it is, right? Once you've analyzed what is the best brand that suits what you like, and obviously where you want to take your brand and the growth potential that that project has, the most important thing is to analyze what's a realistic time frame to actually build that project. So, for example, let's say I want to make 200 grand with my e-commerce store, and I've seen that on average brands take around 12 months, just for the sake of the example. Well, I would say, okay, well, my frame is 12 months. That's a realistic time frame. However, I would always recommend you to be slightly pessimistic with your time frame, so you don't get discouraged, and that way you keep on working towards your goal. This is against what many people say in the space. For example, Elon Musk says, stop being patient with your goal and try to accomplish in 6 months what you can achieve in 10 years. You'll obviously not make it, but you will be closer than you think, which is partially true. But if this is one of your first entrepreneurial projects, the main thing you want to avoid is to get burnt out and quit. Therefore, everything you do has to be to avoid this. That's why creating a pessimistic time frame will literally increase your chances of actually reaching your goal dramatically. Therefore, what you want to do, let's say that the average of the industry is 12 months. Well, what you want to do is increase that time frame by 30 to 50%. Therefore, if it's 12 months, well, probably you would extend that until 18 months. Can you make it in 12 months? For sure. Should you plan for a shorter time frame to actually achieve your goals? Yeah. But the deadline must be something around those limits. Because honestly, I'm telling you from my own experience, I've done this in the past, you get tremendously discouraged and you just see everyone growing and making money and you're just like about to cry. So I honestly encourage you to do this. You must also take into consideration that an online business is not like a traditional business, because a traditional business tends to grow in a linear way, whilst online business actually grows in a compound way. This actually means that through the initial months, you will actually suffer some extreme pain. And this, I honestly mean it. It will be extremely, extremely painful for that initial frame where you're doing a lot of work and you're not seeing any growth. But honestly, that's just so you can compound further down the line. This is also known as breakthrough moment, when you've been working for a lot of time and compounding that work and suddenly your results explode. It's not a matter of what you've done in that last month or in that last week. It's what you've been building up since you actually started that business. So it's very important to understand that during the initial 1 month to 12 months, you probably might not even see a single sale, but you're building up on all of that. Because when you're starting off, the most important asset you have is your knowledge and your brain. Therefore, it's extremely important that you build that up, because that will allow you to build up your business. And when I mean extreme pain, I honestly mean it, because you honestly will go through some very, very hard moments, but it's 100% worth it. Not for the lifestyle, not for the money. I think that's probably 5 or 10% of the equation, especially because you feel extremely good with yourself, that you're unstoppable, you can make whatever you want. And I think that feeling is unbeatable. As Napoleon Hill actually said, if you can conceive something in your mind and believe it to be true, you can achieve it. Therefore, honestly, you can make whatever you really believe in. Believe in yourself and believe in your project. And also set a realistic time frame so you don't get discouraged. That's one of the most important things. Because at the end of the day, 5-10 years after you started your business, you won't be worrying if you did it in 3 years, 4 years, or 4 years and 3 months. What you need to focus is long-term, thinking long-term, and be able to go through some extreme pain during those first months until you start seeing that growth and that leverage. Because honestly, at the start, you will just suck at what you do. And it's not, I'm saying that you suck. It's just how things work in life. But after some time, you'll start to realize that you start getting better and better and better until you're really good at what you are. And that moment is insane. So I really hope you enjoyed today's video. I really want to take a realistic point of view with this, so you can actually set expectations when starting your journey in the entrepreneurial digital space. And honestly, I really believe in you. I'm 100% sure that you can make it, because if you're actually watching this video to try to learn more, honestly, you're already in the top 5%. So to wrap it all up, if you're an e-commerce brand making anywhere between 20 to 100k in monthly recurring revenue, and you would like to add an extra 30 to 100k in monthly recurring revenue in only 6 to 9 months, feel free to click the link in the description so we can actually have a chat to determine if your brand could be a good fit for what we do, so we can take your growth to the next level. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was extremely helpful, and I'm really looking forward to see you in future videos. Bye bye.